where we put el or la before los sustantivos or los nombres, the nouns of Spanish language, I told you that I took very easy examples of masculine and feminine. I mean the things which are obviously masculine or feminine, but in Spanish language we give gender to everything which exists, even the non-living things which apparently do not have gender for English speakers do have gender for Spanish speakers. So let's begin. First of all, los nombres acabados en o son masculinos. That means los nombres, the nouns, acabados ending in o are masculine. Okay, it's a general rule which has a lot of exceptions, but still it's good if we keep this thing in our mind. So for example, el libro, which is book, I hope you can see it. Okay, so book is libro, it ends with o, it's masculine, so it's el libro. Don't forget to put el. Okay, vaso, okay, is glass. Okay, it ends with o and it's masculine, so it's el vaso. Other thing which is quite important over here, that it begins with letter V or la V de Español. The letter V in Spanish has just the same sound as letter B has in English or in Spanish. So it's not vaso, it's el vaso, like B. Okay. Next is el brazo. Okay, from B. It's masculine and it ends with O. El brazo is arm. Okay. So this is the general accepted system which has a lot of exceptions. For example, number 1, la mano. So mano is hand. Okay, so la mano would be feminine, although it has o in the end because it's an exception. Other one is la radio. So this radio is a cognate word, that means it spells and means same as in English language. It's feminine despite having o in the end, so it's la radio, feminine. Next one is la foto. Okay, it has o in the end but still it's feminine, so because it's feminine it's la foto. Okay, the next rule is for los femeninos in Spanish language. They say los nombres acabados en a son femeninos. That means los nombres, the nouns, acabados en a, ending in a, are feminine. Okay, again this is a general rule and it has a lot of exceptions. So for example, la casa, I've used this example so many times. Casa is house because it's feminine, la casa, and also it ends with a. Okay, next is la caja. So caja is box, it ends with a, it's feminine, so because it's feminine it's la caja. And just pay attention towards the pronunciation of J. As I always say, J is a heavy H sound where there is a lot of participation of throat, so it's la caja. Okay, next is la mesa. Okay, it's feminine, mesa is table, because it's feminine it's la mesa. Okay, now let's head on to the exceptions. The first one is el clima. It ends with a but still it's el because it's masculine. Clima sounds like climate. Yes, it's climate, so it's el clima, masculine. Next one is el día. Okay, día in Spanish is day. Despite ending with a, it's masculine. And the other thing which has to be taken care of, this is this sign. This is acento, the accent mark in Spanish language. If we put this accent mark on top of something, that means you have to put more stress on that letter. So it would be el día. Okay, I'm putting more stress on I letter or I de español. Next one is el idioma. Idioma in Spanish language is language. Okay, language. So despite ending with a, it's masculine, so it's el idioma. So despite having so many exceptions, it's a good idea that you keep these rules in your mind, because sometimes when the word is altogether new for you and you really want to figure out whether it's masculine or feminine, try applying these rules. Okay, and other than that, if a word ends with something other than a or o, it could be, for example, e or any consonant, it could be masculine or feminine. So let's have some examples from that. So in Spanish, it means los nombres acabados en e o en consonantes pueden ser masculinos o femeninos. That means los nombres, the nouns, acabados in, ending in e o en consonantes o en consonants, pueden ser, can be, masculinos, masculine, or femeninos, feminine. So some examples are, first of all, the masculine, el coche. So coche ends with e de español, okay, and it's masculine. Coche is car. So car in Spanish is masculine. El cine, okay, so cine, it sounds like cinema. Yes, it is cinema. It's masculine, el cine, okay. So next word is a cognate, that means it spells and means same in English and Spanish. It's el hotel. So hotel is masculine in Spanish language, so it's just like hotel, and we need to pay attention towards the pronunciation, as H is silent in Spanish language, so it would sound like O-T-E-E-L or O-T-E-L-A de español, so it's el hotel. H would not have any sound. Okay, next is el pan. Okay, so this pan is bread, okay, and it ends with a consonant and it's masculine. So bread is masculine. However, to me it sounds like something feminine, but it's masculine in Spanish language. El lápiz, okay, so because we have this accent mark on top of a, we would put more stress on a, so it would be el lápiz. Lápiz in Spanish, it would mean pencil, okay, so pencil as well is masculine in Spanish language. Okay, let's head on to some examples which end in e or in any consonant and are feminine. So the first one is, these were masculine and these are the feminine ones. La noche, okay, so la because it's feminine, noche is night. Okay, so la noche. Next one is la clase. Sounds like class, it is class. It's feminine, so it's la clase. Next is la leche. La leche is the milk. So milk as well is feminine in Spanish language. Next is la sal. So sal is salt. Okay, and salt is feminine in Spanish language. Second last is la flor. So this flor is flower. Okay, so this is also feminine, la flor. And the last one, la luz. Okay, so la luz is the light. La luz. Okay, so we can see that there is a lot of confusion going on, and that is the reason why not only everybody who teaches Spanish suggests you to learn every nombre or sustantivo with el or la, because it really gets very difficult once you attain certain level of proficiency. You want to talk with a lot of fluency, but you just cannot do it because you don't know whether to put el or la before some noun. Now these are some rules which would surely guide you to decide whether something is masculine or feminine. Surprisingly, these rules do not have any exceptions, and these would surely guide you to find out the correct gender. For example, number 1, los días de la semana, the days of the week, la semana, son are siempre, always masculinos. They're always masculine. For example, Monday, el lunes, M for Monday. Tuesday, el martes. Wednesday, el miércoles. Okay? So you would always put el because it's masculine. Next is los nombres acabados en ción o ción. That means los nombres, the nouns ending in acabados in ción or sion son siempre, are always femeninos. Okay? For example, la, because it's feminine, canción. Okay? So canción is song. Because it has accent mark on O, that's why I'm saying canción. I'm putting stress on O. Next is la habitación. Habitación is room. Like a room in house, okay? So it's feminine. Room in Spanish language is feminine. La habitación. La televisión. Televisión, like it sounds like television, it's television. Because it ends with sion, it would be televisión as feminine. Okay? Next one is los nombres acabados en dad o tad. That means dad or tad. Okay? Son siempre femeninos, are always feminine. For example, la for feminine, ciudad. Ciudad is city. Okay? Next is la universidad. Universidad, it sounds like university. Yes, it's university. Next is la libertad. Okay? Libertad is freedom. So freedom as well is feminine because all of them are ending with either dad or de a de or te a de. Okay?